My name is Abdi Omar, and today I stand in front of you as something I once thought I could never be: an advocate, a business founder, a public speaker, and now an ambassador for Liberator, the technology that gave me my voice. But I wasn't born into this life. I had to fight for it. This is a personal milestone, a full circle moment that represents my journey from silence to being heard, from feeling invisible to becoming a voice for many. And I want to share that journey with you, because it's not just about me, it's about the millions still waiting to be heard. Let me take you back to the beginning, because my journey hasn't been easy, and for a long time I had no voice at all. I was born in Somalia, during a time of unimaginable war and chaos. But my greatest battle wasn't with bullets or bombs, it was within my own body. I was born with cerebral palsy, a neurological condition that affects my movement and speech, and that diagnosis followed me from the very start like a shadow. When I was a child, my family fled Somalia and came to the UK, seeking safety. But the struggle didn't end at the border. In this new country, I had no way to speak. I understood everything, every word, every emotion, every dream. But I couldn't say a single thing. Imagine being a child who understands everything, has thoughts, dreams, personality, but can't express any of it. I was trapped inside my body. I was placed in schools where teachers assumed I was incapable. People spoke about me as though I wasn't even there. I watched life happen around me, without me. Imagine being in a room full of people, screaming inside to be acknowledged, and still being invisible. That was my world for years. Not because I didn't have a voice, but because the world didn't have a way to hear it. Then something happened that changed everything. I was introduced to AAC, Augmentative and Alternative Communication. When I first used a communication device, it was as if someone had unlocked the door to a whole new world. For the first time, I could speak. I could make jokes, share opinions, ask questions, even argue back. But most importantly, it allowed me to be heard. At first they were clunky, robotic and limited, but they gave me something powerful, a way to show the world who I really am. And I ran with it. And as the technology improved, so did my confidence. That voice gave me the courage to start dreaming bigger. I began to speak publicly. I trained professionals. I mentored young people with disabilities who, like me, were searching for a way to be heard. And that's where Liberator comes in. Their technology gave me not just the means to communicate, but the confidence to step into the world with purpose. Liberator's tools didn't just help me speak, they helped me become. I could introduce myself without needing someone to guess my name. I could teach, lead, share ideas. I could build a life, not just live in the background of one. That's why I believe so deeply in what Liberator does, and why becoming their ambassador means the world to me. Once I had my voice, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with it. I created the Limitless Minds Group, a business dedicated to inspiring, mentoring, and empowering people with communication needs. I now work with schools, organisations, and families across the country, helping them to understand what inclusion really means, not just in words, but in action. Today, I speak at national conferences. I deliver disability awareness training to schools, councils, even government bodies. I mentor young people who remind me of myself at that age, full of potential, waiting for a chance to express it. We've impacted thousands of lives by sharing stories, breaking stereotypes, and helping people realize that inclusion isn't optional, it's essential. I lecture at CENMAC, I partner with education leaders, and I consult with organisations that want to make real, lasting change in how they understand disability. I've done all of this, every meeting, every keynote speech, every workshop, through a device, and none of it would have been possible without the power Liberator gave me. People often think this is just about technology, but it's not. It's about freedom, it's about dignity, it's about humanity. Communication isn't just functional, it's fundamental. When you strip it away from someone, you strip away their agency, their connection, their self. Liberator didn't just give me a way to talk, they gave me a way to belong. And as their ambassador, I want to make sure that no child, no adult, no soul is left unheard. I want a world where devices like mine are not seen as special, but as essential. Because when someone has a voice, they can shape their life. And believe me, I'm living proof of that. So, this is who I am. Abdi Omar, once voiceless, now an advocate. Once underestimated, now leading change. From the streets of Somalia to stages across the UK. From silence to impact. Thank you for listening.